Okay, welcome. We're going to play a bit of ranked today, and I'm going to give my runes deck a bit of a well-deserved rest. I've just managed to get me to diamond for the first time. So this is what we're trying today is the rotation proof update to the runes deck. Obviously, there's no runes anymore, so it's I've called it Bantchants. So we've replaced red with blue. So we have things like Behold the Unspeakable. That's a bit of late game card draw. So we're trying to find some card draw that can sort of do the same job as Showdown of the Scalds. So I think I did try 4 Beholds, and then I've cut it down to 1. We have a couple of cool Brokers cards. So we've got Falco, Spara, Pactweaver. Now you can look at the top card of your library, and you can play it if you take a counter off one of your creatures, in addition to paying its other costs. So that's really good. That synergizes with the deck quite well. So I've put in a couple of those. And that's your late game card draw. We have 3 Brokers Ascendancies. You've probably seen a few people playing. I usually see it though in a more of a Brokers themed deck with the Duelist with the shield counter, things like that, and Lagrella the Magpie, I think. So we just want this enchantment and Falco Spara really from the Brokers from New Capenna. There's room for wedding announcements, so we've got a couple of those in the deck now. I'm trying out Teachings of the Kirin, so it does a bit of self-mill. It makes a spirit token actually, puts a counter on a creature, and then it makes a 1/1 that can exile a target card from a graveyard on attack, which makes if it's a creature card, you get a spirit token. If you get rid of a non-creature card, you get a counter. So it's something that hits your opponent's graveyard and fills up your own graveyard. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of cheap as well. I am thinking about the turn 2 Naturalist play, and I want to have as many things as possible I can hit to play on turn 3. Ideally, possibly playing 3 cards on turn 3 with a Naturalist out. So that seems like a good way to get an advantage. We've got Shigeki Jukai Visionary because he's an enchantment creature. He can ramp out lands, and late game he can bring stuff back from the graveyard. Worth trying out, I think. I'm running 4 Modern Ages. So if we remember from the runes deck, we have the saga, the Kiki Jiki saga, and where of course it has that discard 2, draw 2 at step 2. So this duplicates that in its first 2 steps, and then it gives you a 2/3 flying spirit creature. So it's just it. Yeah, I quite like this card anyway. I quite like it in draft. I think it could be quite useful. And and of course with blue we're getting flying creatures. So we've got Falco Spara's flying as well. Behold the Unspeakable's flying. So it's 7 more flying creatures in the deck. And yeah, the rest of the deck is just basically like an enchantments deck. And yeah, I have. In fact. Yeah, it looks like I haven't fixed the mana. So yeah, the only thing that isn't rotation proof is the mana. The pathways are all going. We are trying out a couple of Spara's headquarters, so that will need changing eventually. But We'll see how this will do. Okay, we've hit 3 lands, that's good. Get a modern age, turn 2. We probably we discard one of the Falcos, I think. So, yeah, he's Brokers as well. So maybe wedding announcement, then Brokers Ascendancy. That could be pretty good. Wait, Druid class doesn't give you the wolf. You can play extra lands, so it's kind of helping you ramp stuff out. Discard a card. Discard the Kami. We'll try and get Kami back later. Another land. So with Naturalist, we can actually cast these 2 enchantments for 5 mana. We'd need double white, green and blue, which I think we'd manage. Or we could just do Naturalist Wedding Announcement next turn. So I'm thinking... Okay, yeah, we do want double white for a few things, so that's what we'll do. We'll go for the Falco Spara. Swing in there. If he's, we're thinking white, green, red, probably isn't running sweepers. Well, he could have, well, of course, white has sweepers. Ah, it's Falco Exploration. This can be absolutely insane. So this is going to add up to a bunch of damage. Alright, very cool. Okay. So we could do Naturalist Wedding Announcement. That feels greedy. Maybe we should do Brokers Ascendancy right now. Okay, we'll play greedy. We've got a borrowed time. That's, you know, and another one. Yeah. Okay. This is the horrendous thing. So these get just loads of counters. Going to be huge. I played this against this deck once before. You get a plant for every basic land he's got. better read Valakut Exploration. There's a lot of text on this card. Okay. Thinking white mana might be good here. These guys don't have reach. Okay, so we just borrowed Time Phylath, and that messes his plans up a bit. That sort of does me a lot of extra damage. I think I play a dog off the top. Oh no, cancel, don't do that. Shall we just play Brokers Ascendancy? And we'll get to 4/5, so we'll have a blocker. I think we won't attack. Okay. Yeah, one card left. That's kind of a huge card advantage card. I feel like Borrowed Time has got to be a good idea on that. Take Brokers Ascendancy off the top, remove a counter off that one. Swing in for the flyers, I think. I think it's okay. He did get another one, okay. Okay, this... No, let's play Weaver of Harmony. That pumps my guys up. Let's play Spirited Companion. Let's play Modern Age. I mean, I might have messed up. I mean, that's 16 damage there. Got, oh. I mean, I don't know quite what this deck can do. Okay, right. I mean, that's my second time playing against that deck, and first time I've managed to beat it. Cool. 2 companions. Start casting them turn 2. And try and hit our blue mana for this, or just a 3rd mana. I think that's fine. Okay. Sure, we'll play Bottle Off Pathway. Something got foretold in black and red. I think there's a burn spell that does 4 damage. That's the island, that's nice. So we could borrow time that, or maybe get a wedding announcement cooking. See if I can get away with Hallowed Haunting next turn, because I'm not under huge pressure yet. Fable. Could be a 1-point meat hook, couldn't it? Yeah. Shame. Oh well. Okay. Right, we have to play Otawara. So Otawara just kills his shaman. Boseiju can kill the Fable, and that's potentially quite dangerous, I would say. Let's let him keep playing out his spells. Okay, got to do that, and that to do borrowed time. Yeah, this is a bit of a concession because it lets him get an extra land out when he's mana screwed. So it might be a very bad idea. Modern Age, discard something. Yeah, okay, let's Modern Age and discard a companion. Poison the Cup, yeah. A good card. I think we'll drop that land. Like companion. Brokers Ascendancy. That land. Swing for 4. Cool. Wait. Get more treasures. And he can Kiki Jiki it as well. So this is where I have to kill Kiki Jiki. Gonna make a Shambling Ghast. He's got 1 mana left. Blood Chief's Thirst on that. Okay, sure. Why not? Okay. First things first, I think. Got a Boseiju. Jiki. Got a block with a Vector Glider. I think we let's cycle the Spara's headquarters. We'll play out another land. Yeah, get blue. It'll be funny if that extra point of damage is from the Shambling Blast, just Shambling Cast coming through and hitting me. So he blows up the Vector Glider, swings for 4, 5, sacks the Ghast, does 6. Okay, we'll play it cagey. We'll just attack with 2. Another gold span. He wins because that dies and does me a point of damage, right? It didn't look like he was doing that well in that game, did it? So, but he was stuck on 3 land for a while. And I was agonizing over Boseiju and using it on his enchantment because it would have given him an extra land and maybe fixed his mana screw. I think, maybe that was the right choice, just waiting and using it later. But I did, well, I lost in the early game because he had early pressure on my life total, and I just took all the damage when I could have jump blocked with a few things. I was being greedy and keeping my creatures when they needed to sacrifice themselves, I think. Okay. Yeah, the 1 point Meat Hook Massacre was pretty brutal. So play this as a tap land, and then we've got the same thing again. We can, yeah, he's done the same. We can companion our way, hopefully, to land number 3. Oh, this is the wolf. Okay. Little 3 cards. I don't think that does much for me yet. Cool, there's a land. So he's not playing black. He doesn't have Meat Hook Massacre. Different situation. Do we chump block with our creatures? Or are we going to hold them back? Right, that is another land. Because we've got the wedding announcement again. So these two could jump in front of the wolf. The red sweeper I'm thinking of, there's one that does 2 damage to target creature, then 1 damage to all of your non-artifact creatures. If he's running that main deck, he could catch me out. Otherwise it's things like burn down the house. I think this is a creature deck, and I don't think he's playing sweepers, and I think I should just eat the damage in this situation and wait for my boosts to come online, and I'll be much better off. So he can power that up and start pumping his creatures. He is indeed. Okay. More creatures, and these gets this stuff. Tap treasure token and gets pumped up. Cool. We have hit a Jukai Naturalist. This is huge for us. So only is that a 2/2 creature. It means that we can do 2 things to follow up with. Yeah, we've got a little problem with not finding our blue mana. So he's got that on flashback. There we go. You can cast creature spells from the top of your library, so that's his sort of answer to Falco Spara. Okay, attacking with a 1/1. Yeah, we let it through. We let it through. We want to keep all our creatures alive. We'll pump up our lifelink. We'll play a tapped headquarters because we need blue, and we'll say no attacks. Sure. Sure. Why not? Fortunately, he does not have haste. So yeah, his creature deck is running sweepers. I guess he figures... Does he have multicolored creatures? Because this makes white creatures. So I think I was the beneficiary there with the Jukai Naturalist. So I want to play a generous visitor. I can borrow time the ranger class to slow him down a bit. That's my theory. Or I could go Brokers Ascendancy. Because he's got, obviously, creatures off the top of his library, and that's potentially pretty huge for him. He's still got 3 cards in hand, 4 cards. Okay, maybe that's his best policy. So I think we can Naturalist and Ascendancy. So a non-creature card from a graveyard, so we'll take out the Depopulate. And we'll pump up a Naturalist. He has another Depopulate. Hey, I had another multicolored creature. Okie doke. Modern age, we could do. We could Behold the Unspeakable. Think it's modern age, discard modern age. Or discard an island. How about modern age, potentially discarding a Broker's Ascendancy. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Probably a good idea. I took borrowed time. Yeah, don't need that one. Okay, so borrowed time, Arlen. Have a Weaver of Harmony, so something is catching. A nice token. Yavimaya, okay. Sure. Blocker Wolf. He has a strangle shot. Okay. Behold the Unspeakable, kind of. Reduces the damage coming in. Kind of funny that a deck with this many creatures has used 2 sweepers on me so far to probably get us quite a sizable advantage. Right, do we want 2 Hallowed Hauntings? Do we want Shigeki, the Visionary? I'm not going to be greedy, I feel like 1 Hallowed Haunting's enough. We can look at our graveyard and see if there's anything Shigeki wants to bring back. View the browser again. So yeah, we'll yeah, put that on the bottom. It's just bit too expensive in this situation. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, so we'll do Hallowed Haunting first, and then the Naturalist. No, I've got some blockers. I'm going to swing in for 4. Oh yeah, it's my mistake, of course. They got Vigilance. We hit the Hallowed Haunting condition. Okie doke. So yeah. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? Just to make sure I don't empty my hand. Yeah, it's quite a fair amount of damage. That does win. Yeah. Right, we've got all colours of mana. Seems pretty solid. card, so it's gone for Introduction to Prophecy. Okay. I'm just thinking, if this guy survives, we've got the we get to play 3 cards on turn 3, which is pretty cool. I think I want to start with the companion. Cool, another Shigeki. Play the Modern Age. Probably discard a Shigeki. Yeah, I think so. I think I'll keep that land. And I'll play a Shigeki. I suppose the nice thing about Shigekis does have 3 toughness, so you see, you can't quite kill him with the Meat Hook Massacre. I predicted it, yeah. He survives the inevitable Meat Hook. Okay, so we can discard an island, I think. Jukai Naturalist or Brokers Ascendancy. Well, it's going to be Brokers Ascendancy then, isn't it? That's a bit harder to cast. Swing for 1. It was that, actually, we could have used Shigeki's ability and ramped out land. Okay, that's blown up. So we'll lose our creature, or lose our pumping ability. That's a shame. We'll lose the creature. Visitor and Naturalist. They'll both reach 3/3, but they'll still be in range of a Meat Hook. But what can you do? At least it'll be 2 Meat Hooks down and out of his deck. Witch, okay, this thing that makes lots of pest creatures. Right. Oh, this is actually really good because we can actually empty our hand here. So we are gonna just play this land. Play Behold the Unspeakable. Now, yeah, we can just swing like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's got a treasure, so he can still do a 5-point massacre here. It's a blood on the snow, sure. And yes, blood on the snow lets you. Obviously, I forget how this card works sometimes. It brings something back, which is very nice. Okay. So, Naturalist first, Modern Age next. Drop an island. Companion next. Okay, Soaring City. I think we'd want to play another land. Okay, discard 2 cards. My graveyard is exiled. Okay, got my 2 lands. Okay, what do we think here? I think Companion trades for Sedgemoor Witch. I think so. Ah, no, I just see the problem. It has Menace. So we'll lose our Naturalist. I'm gonna say that's fine. I don't mind losing the Naturalist. Got that one. If I cycle this, I think that dies, which is kind of annoying. I think we'll swing in with a Companion. One card in hand. No blocks. And we'll cycle the headquarters. So blood on the snow deck. Maybe we keep one creature back. He might have go blank, of course, but we won't worry about that. So far we've had one meat hook, one blood on the snow, one invoke despair. Okay, not the meat hook. It's a Shambling Ghast as well. Okay. Modern Age. Scout Forest. We'll have a Naturalist. And we won't borrow time anything. We'll wait for the next underdog. So, yeah, you can blitz from the graveyard. And it draws him a card, so we let that through. So it's a nice one-way howling mine for him. I think here we just discard the Kami, actually. We will get that back. We just have to swing in with a Naturalist, I think. That's good, it orders that correctly. It gives you the creature and then gives the boost. take the damage here. Now we could do Visitor, we could exile a Meat Hook Massacre to stop this little life burn thing happening, and we can we get to put another token on the Naturalist if we do that. I don't know if that's super smart or anything. Or we hold these cards back and potentially risk another go blank, but I think much more likely he's got a deck full of sweepers. So I think, yeah, hold these cards back. See if we can get it done with these guys. Swamp, couple of cards. Snow, yeah, we have another sweeper. Great, bring Surgeon Witch back. And he can play that as well. Okay, it just does me 6 damage, I think. Sacrifice an enchantment. So that... These basically do the same thing, so... We can lose Wedding Announcement. That's one of it. So he didn't... Good news, he did not play. His dude. A Visitor as well, and start paying 3 life to do that. That's pretty steep. Ouch. Yeah, let's pump it. Yeah. Got enough borrowed times. I think we can do it on the Meat Hook. Dispute, lost 2 cards, sure. I'll go down another life point. He gets 3 cards from doing that. And he gets to learn and get something cool. I'll tell you what, a good choice in this deck. It's not in the graveyard. The Orochi. Yeah. So he's going to finish with a big mascot exhibition. Try and push through the damage. Okay, yeah. And I'm just kind of going to burn down, unfortunately. Oh, he's not going to attack, okay. Borrowed time gets you to 6/6, you to 5/5. They're not dying? Are they dying, or are they getting exiled? because I might have the win here. He's got 2 mana up. Let's just see what happens when we borrow time. One of these, what happens? Does he get exiled? Does it give him a point of life? Does it do me a point of damage? Okay, it does. Well, he sacrificed it. So, but he's paid life. Right. I think we did it. He didn't gain any life from that, so yeah, it does exile it and stops him gaining life. So that's very good. Right. It's a 2-lander. We don't have any card draw. We can play 3 of our spells, however. We'll be missing out on white mana because we want to play that on turn 1. I'm going to roll the dice and just see how this goes. Okay, we did hit a 3rd land, but it's the wrong colour. Now that's pretty good. We got 3 non-lands off the top of the deck, just through sheer chance. That would have caused us a lot of problems. Okay. Wedding announcement goes away. I've got 1 land off the top. Sure, I think it was a white land as well. And 2 more cards, so I think we're okay. There we go. Perfect. And we'll pop him up. Oh, they can double block a visitor. But yeah, it's quite an aggro start, I guess, so kind of makes sense. Hotel, might be the Wrath of God. So I think, Yeah, we do not play any more creatures out. Oh, okay, you can afford to Vanishing Burst that. Nice. That's cool. Being Scar. Yeah. Still had 2 mana up for the Vanishing Burst. Oh well. Yeah, we'll hold this land. Now this is where you need Reach to try and get that last 3 points of damage. Okay, he's going to totally use another Sweeper to get me. Fair enough. I've only got, he knows I've only got 1 card left in hand, so it's probably a good judgment call. Wow, okay, shuffles all of that back in. All the Sweepers go back in the deck. I think we just cycle this now. We might get something we can play this turn. Yeah, we'll play Brokers Ascendancy. Yeah, get all of our non-creature stuff. Definitely an argument that I should really keep non-creature spells to a minimum. Maybe, yeah. Maybe using Lagrella the Magpie in this deck. Okay. Counter spells. Finding that next Sweeper spell. I think he's probably got about 2 already, I would guess. Okay. This is the deck that just exiles everything I've got. And shuffles it all back into the deck. Should be fun.
We must protect the people. Guard, to me.
I think may as well. Okay, got negated. Sure. Sure.
Remember your training. Still have much to learn.
least these things exile themselves. Okay, that comes back, sure. Fun.
May your blade strike true. Until next time, then.
I mean, sure, playing into the Doomscar, that was bad enough, but I think the Vanishing Verse on the, obviously it was exiled. On Behold the Unspeakable was kind of the, that kind of did the trick. Oh, companion, draw a card. Does feel like maybe the decks are a little bit different and maybe a little bit better in Diamond. Not all of them. Okay, Vanishing Verse, sure. Get that back again. Yeah, good game.
Keep watch for intruders.
Yeah, you can exile the dog as well, because... yeah, why not? 3 Vanishing Verses that game. Making the most of them while they're still legal, I guess. Right. So there's no green mana, so we can literally cast nothing. So I think it is a mulligan. Okay. That seems good. Let's put one of the Modern Ages on the bottom. Play green markers for green. I think I'll go ahead. Actually, no, I could play... No, we'll go ahead and play the Kami first and build it up. I could discard it to Modern Age. Oh, okay. He gets to discard something instead. Naturalist. So I think... play the wedding announcement. See if he's got the bounce spell. No, he's got... interesting. Very interesting cards I'm seeing. Otherworldly Gaze. And it's a Reanimator deck. Okay. I think it's 5 mana to cast the Reanimation spell. Okay, he's out of there. Right. Try Naturalist. Is Modern Age a good idea? I might have to discard a land. Okay, interesting. It's another Modern Age. I think we just discard it. Play the land. Meet up for 2. Takes out those 2 guys. Now remember, he can almost... he's done so much stuff He's going to have a 5th land, so he can reanimate Titan of Industry this turn. 100% chance, I would say. Visitor or wedding announcement. Okay, we'll drop the visitor. Right, Kami is almost as big as a Titan. There we go, the Graveyard Shift. It can blow up artifacts and enchantments. Kill that one. Make a 4/4. Play a Hallowed Haunting. So he can double block and take out Kami. I think that's okay. I haven't got many better ideas. Okay. Each instant sorcery card in the graveyard has flashback, so yeah, he can interesting, can bring back the Graveyard Shift, bring back the Titan. Pretty cool. And it does have reach, of course, so it can block one of my flyers. You can pop Vector Glider, Hallowed Haunting as well. He's going to gain 5 life as well. Hallowed Haunting's gone. Okay. Yeah. Kind of funny. He only has 5 mana. He can't recast his Titan, so bouncing the Titan is just... does that just win me the game? Costs me 3, I think. Yeah, let's see if this just wins me the game. Seven. No, he's on 11 life now because he took measures. Okay. Oh yeah, that kind of kills him without needing to do anything special. So now he has to put Titan back in the graveyard. Okay, Kami of Transience comes out. Okay, that takes him out. Oh! It turns back into the Modern Age, and that's pretty cool, because he's still a card. Yeah, he's getting, yeah. 2 bites of the cherry with his Ray of Enfeeblements, which is working out very well for him. I'll just keep this to discard next turn. Shift this time. Oh, Olivia can bring back the Titan. Nice. Sure. Right, so we can do Generous Visitor and a Borrowed Time. Now when Olivia... Yeah, okay, oh that's important. When you don't control a legendary vampire, exile this creature. That's huge. It doesn't go back to the graveyard, it's exiled. So I think we Borrowed Time Olivia. So that's going to roll the Fibleman. Okay, I'm going to say there's not too much point attacking because he's on 12 life and I'm on 9 life. I'm better off with the blocker. Yeah, he's had absolutely insane value out of Leah, Disciple of the Drowned. Might be able to blow it up, but... Oh wow, he's got Mirror Shell Crab in the deck. Like how it says spells can't be countered. He's still playing counter spells in his deck, he just doesn't care. I like that. Right, this guy just wins in the game then. Yeah, the old drawing 2 cards whenever you attack. It's pretty handy. Seeing this card quite a lot now. Not the dog. Okay. So far, interesting decks in Diamond. In Plat, I mean, probably at least a third of the time you're playing against Boros aggro. Haven't seen that yet. Right, we can use, of course, Boseiju as a spell. See, okay, he's playing red. So my super greedy play is to play the second visitor on turn 2, and then try and get 2 tokens with the Naturalist. So I said they don't play Boros aggro and Diamond, but I'm clearly wrong. Let's... What should we do? Another generous visitor? Yeah, let's swing for the fences here. There wasn't a turn 1 dude, so that was good. Rabbit battery. Yeah. There's the hopeful initiate. Yeah, that's usually what they get on turn 1, and I hate to see see it. So it's getting right. It's getting haste, but that will make it a 2/2, and it won't get the training bonus. Oh, what a disaster! What a disaster. That is an artifact we could blow up with Boseiju. My feeling is borrowed time on the initiate. Oh, then we'll get one of our visitors to 3 power on top of this. And it will probably attract a removal spell. Aspirant. So you can make that a 4/4. But he's putting Rabbit Battery on the Aspirant. Yeah, block the adversary. Sure. Okay. Okay. Down to the bugbear. He's a 3/3. So what are we doing? We are killing a Luminarch Aspirant. Lose a shield token and take 4 damage on balance. It'd be nice to kill the bugbear, but it's so mana intensive. I don't think there's any point. Okay, if we do play the forest, we've got Boseiju up. I'm going to be on the back foot. I'm not going to attack. Bird Cleric. What's the deal with this? Flight. Okay, right. Nice. I like it. So the idea is Rabbit Battery on there. That's getting a Royal Eruption. Okay. That's fair enough. Okay, that's one of your spells. And then finally... Oh, he didn't do it. I thought he's certain to put Rabbit Battery on that. Yeah, I had it all along. I'm going to pop your Rabbit Battery. There we go. Now you can get an extra land. It's not looking great for... Okay, so I think you could have another roll. No, you need a 3 damage instant. This might be a very stupid move, but we'll do this. Take a counter off the Pactweaver, put a counter back on the Pactweaver, like that. I think it's safe to attack as well. I think it's safe to maybe play a land. I'm about to draw a land anyway, so I'll do that. Okay, done at the Bugbear. That's good news if that's the best thing he can do. And I think this is where we'll trade off with the Naturalist. Oh! Nice. I completely missed that possibility, quite clearly. Okay, so we have a Borrowed Time. So obviously got a nice combo there with Shale. We'll Borrowed Time the Shale. And I think we'll keep playing lands. Let's forest. Let's keep swinging in for 4. Right. Now. Good question. Don't know, the Bugbear died. Why did it die? Because it didn't enter play this turn, I think is the answer. Yeah. I think it only works on the goblins. So the Raiju is very dangerous. He might have a 1 mana kill spell. I think I'm going to take a very risky approach. Or I could just kill a goblin. I'm going to take the very risky approach. He might have a 1 mana 2 damage spell. And then I look foolish and I lose the Shigeki as well. Visitor and Shigeki. Okay, cool. It's just the goblins got through. So I'm on 3 life though, which isn't great. And okay, this is maybe a bold move or maybe a stupid move, but I'm going to Shigeki. Put a land into play. Borrowed time on top. We could take out a goblin and replay Shigeki. And no attacks and end turn. Good point. Yeah, you can obviously put a land out, then replay him. Good game. Yeah. Roller option to face. Sure. So I mentioned that I was surprised that I hadn't seen Boris aggro in Diamond, and of course I summoned it by saying that. Yeah, we saw a new card. We saw Shale, who can, which as it turns out does not pump up creature lands unless they've entered the battlefield under your control this turn. So we learnt something new. Keep 7. Lots and lots of modern ages, so we probably end up discarding a modern age. Alright, so we'll go for the white mana and see if we get away with that Jukai Naturalist against a red deck. The answer is no. Oh wait, no, he had a... Interesting, it's a cantrippy red deck. Pay 3 life, he's going to Ancestral Anger again. He's going to concede. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Inscrutable, you might say. Okay, well, with that glorious victory that has taken us to 4 wins, we'll have a little look at the deck. Right, so it's basically a white-green enchantments deck with blue added in. For Modern Age, Brokers Ascendancy, Falco, Spara, Pactweaver, and Behold the Unspeakable. I've got 4 Modern Ages, 3 Ascendancies, 2 Falcos, and 1 Behold. I think my first iteration of the deck I had 4 Behold the Unspeakable, but it's quite hard to cast, of course. And the Falco Spara is also kind of doing the job of card advantage. Roughest game there, I think, was against the sweeper tribal deck. Yeah, it had. Yeah, I had a quick start, and I got him down to 3 life, and then ran into the sweeper and never recovered. In fact, he that's right, he used Vanishing Verse on my Behold the Unspeakable, so I didn't get to draw any cards off it as well, which was I thought at least I'd get something, but some compensation, but no. Yeah, so, and I think I then managed to top deck a couple of Brokers Ascendancies with no creatures, and that's when it feels absolutely terrible. It's like, what is this doing in my deck? I don't have any creatures in this deck. Yeah, so the Ascendancy, when you're playing that, it does start. You start to wonder why you don't have why every card in your deck doesn't make creatures. You kind of start resenting cards that don't make creatures, like Borrowed Time. So you could replace Borrowed Time with the Magpie, or one of the white creature cards that act as removal. Lagrella the Magpie. That might be the best one, because you can actually, as an insurance policy, you can exile one of your spirited companion. So when the sweeper hits the table, you get your companion back with 2+1/+1 counters. So that's definitely quite interesting. It's just that she doesn't happen to be an enchantment, so it starts to stop being an enchantment deck and becomes a broker deck. But there's definitely there's a fine balance to be struck between the two sort of types of deck. We tried Shigeki. I think he's pretty decent. Obviously not used him very much. I just realised, oh yeah, I can get a land out and then replay him, and that's pretty good. It's pretty good for shuffling your deck for Falco, which is quite interesting. Obviously, you can only cast spells off the top, and you can't grab lands off the top, which is a shame. But there you go. So I think that's a good tryout. We got definitely quite a rough time of it in Diamond with this deck, but we held our own, I think. Gave a good account of ourselves. Anyway, thanks for watching.